Hello, everybody. I am your host, Raggy the Ghost, and welcome to the Haunting Hour. I'm here with my boy, Seriously Trash,
Hello.
and this is a series I've wanted to do for quite a while, where we either record it or stream it, and we just kind of talk about whatever is currently going on in the world, whether it be game news or some more serious topics. And today it's a bit more serious, and it is about the rampant censorship going on basically worldwide right now. That is absolutely insane and absurd and needs to be stopped.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy turn of events for the big old 25 here.
Yeah, no, things are going insane. Like, it started off with all of a sudden. Here, I have like a list of everything that happened in the last week from yesterday. So there's a group called Collective Shout, for anybody who's not caught up. This is a small Australian collective that basically tried to go at Steam and be like, no, we want you to take down these adult games that we disagree with, and Steam ignored them, so like rightfully so. So they went to the payment processors, Visa and MasterCard, who then started to put pressure on Steam and itch.io to remove these adult games. And Steam took a lighter approach and removed specific things, and created a whole new policy around content to abide by these new quote-unquote guidelines. And itch.io did a full blanket de-indexing.
Scorched earth.
Yeah, like, of anything with the adult tag. So not even just NSFW adult games. This took down horror games as well. It took like there's Mouthwashing, which is a really, really well done indie horror game.
That's happening on Steam as well, by the way.
Is it getting taken off of Steam?
Yeah, if it's not already down, let me see.
Oh my god, because I just streamed that like a week or two ago.
No, okay, it's still on Steam, but if I remember, the index or something like that was being tampered with for it.
Oh my god.
Like there was some back-end stuff, so we think it's gonna go down, but
I hate that. It
if I remember, Coffin of Andy and Lele is gone, at least from itch.io. That one's still on Steam. I know for some fucking reason, Grand Theft Auto 2 got removed from Steam.
Wild.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why it was specifically the second one. The other like classic games are there, but
That's, again, it's all absurd. Like, there's the wording of like what they deem to be adult content is so vague, and it's just sanitizing things that don't need to be sanitized. It's their excuses that we're protecting the kids, but really that's the parents' job to watch what their children do online. That is not the job of Steam or itch or the fucking payment processors to worry about what the children online are doing. That is up to the parents to raise their own kids instead of just giving them a tablet and saying go crazy.
you say that, but clearly, clearly, apparently, Mastercard and Visa think otherwise. But
Well,
it's also moral grandstanding from a company that is allowing the purchase of military armaments through their service, but apparently a little bit of a horror game, a little bit of boobs on your screen is too much.
yeah, like, and that's the thing though. Like, it seems way too like simple for Visa and MasterCard to have just like done this. Like, apparently it only took 1,000 phone calls or emails to get them to do this. So it's very clear that like they kind of wanted to do this. You know, like
Yeah,
it
have you heard
feels.
the other thing recently about what they're saying? A second, pull it up here. Okay, so you know that there's been the coordinated calls against Mastercard and Visa, correct?
Yes.
So an account I saw earlier, I'm trying to find it right now. But they were saying that They got off the phone with Visa, and apparently there is now a pre-recorded message that basically blames everybody complaining about the censorship as like they're trying to buy illegal stuff. It's not them trying to censor things.
Yeah, no, like I've seen so many posts. I have so many bookmarked of people who are like, I've called Visa, and they're like, oh, is this about the video game thing? Is this about the Steam and itch thing? And they're like, yeah, and they're like, yeah, you got to email us. We don't take complaints over the phone. It's like, no, let me speak to your supervisor. And like being told like, yeah, your wait time is gonna be 8 hours, and it's like, I'll wait. And it's like, you want us to call you back? It's like, no, I'll wait. And just
Yeah.
completely overloading their phone lines, which is awesome to hear. Normally I'm like, hey, like be nice to customer service people. But this is kind of scary and unforgivable. So like go hard. Please keep calling Visa and MasterCard and just keep spamming those phone lines. Don't email them, because if you email them, you will get a generic AI response saying, "We're not trying to censor anything. We don't see what gets purchased. We have no interest in that. Although we may have to step in if there's a high risk of illegal activity from a site." But what illegal activity is happening on Steam? It's video games. And like,
And also, to be fair, Steam's TOS before all of this literally says, "Hey, no illegal shit."
yeah, like
Like
so there's not like
it's
there's a
already
high
written
risk
there.
of anything. It's and like I was talking to Gigi about this in call the other day, and one thing that she said that I fully agree with is like I they started off like, oh, we're going after just these really gross taboo topics, like rape and incest and stuff like that in these adult games, and like just like really fucked up stuff. But what Gigi said was like, you know, I don't want these things to get taken down. I'm gonna look at you fucking weird if you buy them, but it's at the end of the day fictional media. Nobody's getting hurt as long as you're
Yeah.
not going out and doing something fucked up.
I mean, to be fair, it's also a dead dove situation.
Mm-hmm.
And just for anyone unaware of what a dead dove is, a dead dove is, I believe it's from Arrested Development. Uh, yeah, Arrested Development. Basically, it is in relation to anything that is disturbing or problematic, but the contents are as described. And it basically originates from when in Arrested Development they see a bag labeled "Do not open, dead dove inside," and then they open the bag and there's a dead dove inside, and they're all shocked. Like, it is basically saying, "Hey, what we have written on the container is what is in this. If you don't like this either graphic or triggering content, whatever the fuck it may be,
Yeah,
you don't have to partake in it. It's very clearly labeled on the front of the bin."
exactly. Like,
Um, and legal consenting adults should be able to fucking access weird, fucked up taboo media if they want to, as long as it's A, not illegal, and B, within the privacy of their own fucking home.
yeah,
Like,
like that's the thing. Like again, if, at the end of the day, the stuff that's getting banned is fictional media. It like it's cartoon drawings of characters. Like I said, yeah, I might look at you fucking weird depending on what you buy, but like I'm not gonna sit here and say no, you're not allowed to buy that, because at the end of the day, it doesn't affect me. Is the thing. And at the same time, like, the group that started this collective shout is out here screaming, no, we need to protect the children from these things. Meanwhile, they support the movie Cuties. And quite honestly, if you support that film, that fucking abomination of media, or think it's okay in any way, shape, or form, I quite honestly can't see you as anything but a pedophile.
yeah. And
So,
it to be fair, I've labeled Collective Shout as not pro what's the word I want to hear? Not pro kids, because that they are pro kids, but in a different way. Um, uh,
that's fucked.
no, but they're for like pro security. is what they're trying to like claim, like protect the kids from this, that, the other thing.
Yeah.
But what they actually are is pro exploitation, because they're fuck. First of all, again, they back the Cuties movie, even though they're supposed to be like defending the kids. That's their whole like
Yeah.
fucking standing point. But then on top of that, they're also exploiting the heartstrings, I guess would be the way you put it, of these big companies who know that they have a lot to lose if their brand image gets hurt by being associated with troublesome content.
Hmm.
Um, Even though they've been doing it since their fucking foundation, and they're going to continue to do it, no matter the amount of enforcement that gets thrown onto things.
Yeah.
Like,
Here's the thing, like, because there's not only like this collective shout thing happening with Steam and Itch and like video game media. There's other like mass censorship pushes happening at the same time all around the world right now, and it feels way too coincidental, for it to actually be a coincidence. Because there's the Visa Mastercard. I'm gonna start sounding like a conspiracy theorist here, but there's the Visa Mastercard thing with collective shout, and within the exact same week, the UK puts into effect this Online Safety Act.
which, by the way, they've been holding off for forever. It's weird that it's suddenly out now.
Yeah, right. And so like, oh, we need to protect the children because though there's adult content online. It's like, again, the parents are the ones that should be monitoring their children from this content. This should not be something that sites, like, aside from putting an 18 plus warning on, should be dealing with. But the fact is, that's also not just censoring adult content. It's censoring news sites.
Wikipedia.
It's censoring Wikipedia. I saw a post literally setting up for this where somebody has a thing that says they have to verify their age to access their Spotify.
Yeah, because explicit songs count under it.
Yeah, it's absurd. And like, the U.S. also has two different bills coming into place. One, the Kids Online Protection Act, and then another one called the Screen Act, both of which would end up putting the same kind of restrictions into the U.S., and that could very easily spread to Canada as well.
I do want to say real quick, these online acts are more important than the Steam and Itch thing.
Absolutely.
Mostly because they are huge, like fucking massive breaches of privacy and government overreach.
Here's the thing to like add on to that. People are in the UK and Europe are because this is affecting some European, fucking what's the word? Like some European site like restriction like are getting hit.
Yeah, it's not just the UK, it's European,
and it's going to be spreading into Europe apparently. And it's, I lost my train of thought there.
Did you know that I mean, maybe this will help.
People are already getting like their ID stolen by fake sites and fake things asking them to verify their ID out there. Like, people are already getting their ID stolen.
Yeah, this is also coincidentally happening right when the I'm not sure if you heard about this, but the T app had their data leak by literally not having any security whatsoever on that app.
Yeah.
So like, if that is any reason to not put your fucking data online at all, like actual fucking ID, like it's first off, you can't trust every random fucking website with your ID. But on top of that, you shouldn't have to trust every website with your ID. And fun fact, by the way, I was watching a video earlier about this. Let me try to find it while I'm talking about it. But there was because it is like any like user-facing thing needs to have this ID verification. There is like a really old game, like it was like running for like 20 something years or like 19 something years. And it was a multiplayer online dungeon game that I can't remember the name of right now. But they literally just had to shut down the game because they couldn't comply with taking everyone's ID. and that is a game that is being shut down because of this. Like, it's not just porn sites and shit like that, like people are trying to say. It is, again, it's Wikipedia, it's news sites, it's literally anything. Like, it's controlling information and access to information at its core. It is tremendously fucked up.
Yeah, no, it's fucking crazy. And like there are people online that are like supporting all this and like, oh good, they're banning porn, gooners take the L, but like there is so much more dire ramifications to this kind of censorship than just like, oh, they're banning some porn. It's already snowballing into so many other things.
Yeah, no, again, it's masquerading as like protecting children from porn, but it's literally just government overreach, as I've been saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gotten to a point with it where it's insane to see artists not being able to see their own artwork on their social media. And still, for some reason, people look at that and say, "Yeah, no, this is perfectly fine because we're quote unquote like protecting some imaginary fucking child." When it's literally, it's the parents' responsibility to be monitoring their fucking kids. Like,
yeah, no, it like, and again, like if you like go through and you email them, you get like the, oh, here I found the email here. I was going through my my bookmarked posts here. So if you email Visa about this, you get an automatic, just generic response. Hello, thank you for reaching out and sharing your perspective. As a global company, we follow the laws and regulations everywhere we do business. There is currently a bill going through the United States, and hopefully it passes, to basically make payment processors restricting what you can purchase like this illegal. So hopefully that goes through. While we explicitly prohibit illegal activity on our network, we're equally committed to protecting legal commerce. If a transaction is legal, our policy is to process the transaction. We do not make moral judgments on legal purchases made by consumers. Visa does not moderate content sold by the merchants, nor do we have visibility into the specific goods or services sold when we process a transaction. When a legally operating merchant faces an elevated risk of illegal activity, we require enhanced safeguards for the bank supporting those merchants. So they're blatantly fucking lying about what they're doing.
unsurprising.
Unsurprising. Yeah, no, just blatantly lying. With this new age verification thing going on in the UK, it's not even fucking working. People are using VPNs, and for the facial recognition verification, whatever, fucking kids are bypassing it anyway. Have you seen how people are getting around that? Because it's fucking hysterical, actually.
If we're talking about the VPNs, they're trying to put a ban on VPNs in the UK.
Oh no, I know that too. I was getting to that one. Have you seen people are getting through the facial recognition, like the facial verification?
Yeah, Norman Reedus.
Using Norman Reedus from Death Stranding, or I literally have a video in front of me right here of somebody using Batista in WWE 2K25 to get through it as well. Apparently even Fortnite characters are working, and it's tricking the system.
As long as it can detect a face, you can use literally anything. There's a guy who did it with Ichiban from Yakuza.
That's even fucking funnier actually than Norman Reedus.
That one hasn't caught on, but I really hope that Ichiban becomes the face of fucking becoming an illegal webmaster in the fucking Oh my god.
Yeah, I have another one here. The CEO of MasterCard likes the idea of ID verification to build safe tech. Yeah, no.
Of course they do. They're tech billionaires. Like,
but yeah, no, they're talking about banning VPNs and stuff. Yeah, horror. Like I said, horror games are getting banned. Mouthwashing. Not mouthwashing isn't even the only one that got taken down. Fear and Hunger also got taken down.
Yeah, banger game by the way.
Yeah. So and then Collective Shout comes out and they're like, "Oh, we didn't want this. This isn't what we were asking for."
Literally what they were asking for.
Yeah, like right here. In response to false claims and misinformation about our campaign, we're setting the record straight. Some have asked why we involve payment processors. Others have claimed we are responsible for itch.io removing all NSFW content, which they are responsible. We raised our objection to rape and incest games on Steam for months, and they ignored us for months. Gee, I wonder why. We approached payment processors because Steam did not respond to us. So because Steam said basically like, go fuck yourself, then they were like, well, we're going to go a step higher. We called on itch.io to remove rape and incest games that we argued normalized violence and abuse of women. Itch.io made the decision to remove all NSFW content. Our objections were to content that involved sexualized violence and torture of women. But, like, this is what they were calling for, was to fucking take down NSFW content, and that snowballs. And again, the really fucked up taboo stuff, like, yes, I'll look at you fucking weird if you buy it, but if no real human being is being hurt, and it is, legal content...
Here's the funny thing, too, is that, like, if you wanted to make a change and go after actually harmful... like NSFW content, go after like the fucking porn rings that actually abuse real women.
Yes.
Don't go after fucking John and his 2-man development team that's making a fucking Futanari sister game. Like,
for real, bro. Like, there's so many.
One of them is drastically worse than the other, I can assure you.
There's so many like other avenues to take if you want to, like, oh, we want to stop this in media, we want to protect this group of people. Why are you going after fucking video games over it? This has been going on since the dawn of video games. Oh, we need to ban GTA because it's violent. Like, no. It's been proven time and time again, violence in video games does not make people violent, just like fucking violent aggressive music does not make people violent.
It's so cool that in the God-given year of 2025, I get my own satanic panic.
Dude, real though. Like, actually for real. Like,
it's so cool. I love this community. That's a joke, by the way. Kill them.
There is a petition going on in the UK right now. So you know how there was just the Stop Killing Games one, right? And I think it needs like 100,000 signatures to be put brought before Parliament for a debate.
Yeah.
It has almost 400,000 signatures.
Did you hear the official response?
The official response going, yeah, we know people are pissed. Too bad. Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the government.
Dude, I love democracy, especially when they just fucking ignore the rules of it.
It's really funny because everyone is like, at least everybody that I've seen talking about it is like, I can't wait for the next election so we can get these fuckers out of there. And I'm like, I hope you realize that like the damage is done. I don't think the next guy is going to want to get rid of like the control that they have from this. Like,
yeah. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, no, right here, Microsoft is rolling out Xbox age verification in the UK. It's optional right now, but in early 2026, UK players will have to verify age for access to Xbox social features. It's like, you shouldn't have to fucking give up your private information to play a video game that you've purchased.
Yeah.
Fucking, also, like that thing that I sent you earlier, it is wild. Like, I didn't know that, like, Anita Sarkeesian has chilled the fuck out, so it is wild to see her being like, hey, censorship is fucking bad.
It's I'm not sure if she's still doing like the whole red femme thing, but like every tweet I've seen of her recently is like more pro-choice or like pro-consumer, I guess, than when we were in.
Yeah, because I remember that she was like
the Gamergate era. Fuck.
I remember when she was like the poster child of like fucking censor everything bad, video games bad, fucking. Violence in video games is awful. There's no good representation for women. And now she's apparently completely turned that around and been like, hey, like, I was wrong. I was kind of fucking crazy. Which, like, honestly, good on her. Growth is important.
Yeah, well, especially when, like, just like as a side to me, like, anybody who starts fighting for the rights of consumers, but also the right to privacy from super invasive like bullshit like this.
Yeah.
Like massive respect to, especially when you are a public voice and like you have
she's still
more
a prevalent
of a say.
Voice.
Yeah, like it's one thing for, Terry, who has a family of four and has zero social media presence, to be like, damn, consumer kind of getting shafted on this one, eh? Let me,
Yeah.
let me, let me, let me, let me take to my one follower social media account.
Like
It's a different
literally
thing
us
when the
right now, though.
10,000, yeah. It's a different thing when the fucking hundreds of thousands like that follow her have like a voice to rally behind.
Hmm.
That goes for anybody. Like, um, good example would be when PewDiePie retweeted the like or not retweeted, but made a post about stop killing games, and there was like 1,000% surge like right after
Yeah.
that fucking tweet or something.
Well, because the
Like,
man still has a huge presence online, even if he doesn't like.
yeah.
He's mostly retired. He still has a huge following
Well,
because
that's what
it's
I mean. Like
PewDiePie.
anybody who like has a voice that can use it is just another like way to rally people behind this.
Oh yeah.
And that's
Also,
why,
huge shout out to fucking Pirate Software for pulling such a childish fit online that he brought so much attention to Stop Killing Games that it also helped push it over the finish line.
oh my God. I do love that he claimed that he was the villain we needed, which I mean, in some days he kind of was, but
He
also,
literally fucking
man,
Streisand affected the fucking Stop Killing Games movement. It was great.
it's great. This is gonna get roach, or this is gonna get roach. Should we say this is gonna get banned for me calling him a roach? But uh, I love that the WoW crash out caused an entire like spiral butterfly effect of this man's career.
Real.
Just dissipating.
Dude, he's out of mana. What the fuck do you want from him?
Yeah, I should have used the meta jump, dude.
Yeah. Fucking hate Pirate Software. Oh, my fucking
man.
god.
All right, enough roaching, but we need to get back to the topic at hand.
Yeah. With the Online Safety Act, like I have a post here bookmark with somebody being like, "Oh, if you want to overturn the Online Safety Act, you're on the side of the predators." Like it's already blocked and restricted. It's already censored content that was not what it says that it's for. It's censored fucking immigration and parliament debates. It's fucking censoring Wikipedia. It's blocking news about like police violence and the war in Gaza. It's censoring
Even protests in
yeah.
the UK about it, they're blocking.
It's censoring so much more than, oh, we're just censoring NSFW adult content. No, you fucking idiot. Look around. And like the government has threatened in writing like American citizens on American soil for being like, no, we're not going to comply and put these restrictions on our sites, and they're trying to threaten Americans with prison, like which they can't do.
They also what was the funny one that I saw? The fines they're trying to pass on to like sites like Wikipedia and stuff like that for simply having information available is honestly fucking hilarious. The fact that they are looking at something like Wikipedia, which is literally just information, and they're like, okay, well, if you don't either censor the website or open it up to huge amounts of malpractice and abuse by implementing the systems that we want, then we're going to hit you with like fines in the like it was like hundreds of millions or something they were threatening for like basically every single page that's up that isn't like conforming to their thing was like a huge fine. It was insane the numbers that they were tossing around. Like
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
I'm like this even got me to like open up Twitter and start scrolling through Twitter for takes on this just to like find more info and like more takes and everything. Apparently, YouTube is doing Made for Kids 2.0 next month. So, do you know what the Made for Kids system on YouTube is?
Not necessarily, but I know like what YouTube Kids is. If it's
So
along
when
that
you
line.
upload a video, you have to choose if your video is made for kids or not, and that'll
Okay.
choose like how the advertisements work on it, if you can make ad revenue off of it, what it'll be promoted on, like if it'll be shown on YouTube Kids.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Starting August 13th, 2025, we'll begin rolling out an age estimation model to determine if a US-based user is under the age of 18. this will happen regardless of the birth date you entered when creating your account. We'll then use that to extend age-appropriate product experience and protections to more teens. The age estimation model uses a variety of signals such as YouTube activity and longevity of the account. If we determine you're under 18, you'll be notified. As always, you'll have the option to verify your age through government ID, selfie, or credit card if you believe our age estimation model is incorrect.
One of the funny thing about all these like things as well. I've seen tweets of people that I know are definitely legally 18. They're like in their 30s and have been doing NSFW art or have been doing content creation for like since we were in high school, like that sort of thing. And because they either have a more like baby face type look to them, or they're more kind of like petite woman type vibe. They've been labeled as under 18 and can't access any of the content that they've created, and it got so bad for this one person that it went beyond needing just a government ID because they thought that she was faking her ID when they had like an actual human like authorize her account. I'll never be able to find that tweet, but it was so funny where she was like, I can't believe that like I sent them my ID and they still thought it was fake. And I was like, how? Like, oh my god, it's
it's absurd.
Like
that the post that I was just looking at, I lost it now. But it was basically saying like, the YouTube approach is kind of like a better way to go about it, being restricting kids' accounts instead of punishing creators. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
In theory, restricting child accounts instead of punishing creators is exactly what we need. However, if it fucks up, you still need to provide government ID is still bad. And also, it's all done like by AI, not by people, so that's also not a good thing. So in theory, it's all right, but like,
yeah,
I definitely like respect the way YouTube is going about it a little bit more. Then like here we go. Here's another tweet here from Mother's Basement. I don't know if you know who that is. He's a YouTuber that does like anime content and stuff. I've seen a few of his videos way back when. I think he did like the what's in an opening, like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that was him. Right here, they come for porn first because it's one of the easiest things to vilify and the most embarrassing to defend. Because so many of us will automatically laugh at anyone saying, my inability to purchase/access tentacle hentai is a serious threat to free speech, even when it 100% is. Yeah. And like that is exactly it. Like, yeah. Like that's why they're going after fucking all the weird niche taboo porn for like making more sweeping changes, because it's hard, quote unquote, harder to defend because fuck you, it's just affecting the gross gooners, but like again, it's not gonna stop at just that. That's the thing. It's going to snowball out of control, and soon you won't be able to access anything that they disagree with in any way, shape, or form. Another post here. If creating it doesn't harm anyone, it should be legal. IMO, that's the only place you can draw a reasonable line on restricting dangerous speech, i.e. real CP calls for violence, shouting fire in a crowded theater, without allowing for a slippery slope through redefinition. Yeah. And, like, that's exactly it. Like, yeah, some of it's fucking weird, and I will look at you differently if you partake in it. However, if it is, like, if no real human was harmed in the making of it, if it is just a fucking shitty cartoon game on Steam, it should not be banned.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's things like this kind of snowballing, this kind of, we're just going after this one thing here, but then spiraling out of control. That's how fucking libraries get burned. That's how books get burned. That's how fucking, that's how this starts. It will snowball very quickly.
I mean, I'm in the boat that they know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They know 100% the road this leads down, and they don't give a shit at this point. They want that control, and they want that power.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's It's insane. Again, like you said, I can't believe we get to experience our own fucking satanic panic.
Oh, the joys of the modern world, huh?
Yeah, and it's like, and going back to Collective Shout, like this isn't also like the only thing that they've targeted. They've also gone after regular ass video games, such as they've gone after GTA, and they've gone after Detroit Become Human, because it
Yeah.
shows a scene of a child in distress, but like fucking that's good. That would if that's what you're going for, like, there's a child in distress in this scene. What other games have children in distress? God of War with fucking Kratos' son going through hell with him. Limbo, Inside, Resident Evil 2, fucking we can't have like mouthwashing got taken off of itch because it has implied sexual assault in its themes. What else has that? Also Resident Evil 2 with fucking Chief Irons. Silent Hill, like, as a whole.
Yeah.
Like,
I was that reminded me of one of the things I wanted to mention is I don't think that people realize what they're losing when they lose out on dark narrative, not just tropes, but like dark narrative plot devices and like ideas and things that people would normally consider like wrong speak. Like if you can't have anything evil in your media, then there can't be a proper villain.
if you can't have difficult topics in your media, then what is the point?
Yeah, well, like that even goes beyond that. But like, how many times have you seen? This mostly relates to shows, but how many times have you seen somebody say, like, I either hate that actor or I hate that character, because they're either a villain or their character is like just a fucking prick, like, and
Yeah.
like it part of me laughs because it's almost like a mental exercise of how much can you separate from reality.
Hmm.
Uh, but if you're never allowed to challenge yourself on the views of a villain or an antagonist in a show or a piece of media, how are you supposed to challenge the views of people that actually have malicious intent?
Hmm.
Like, if you can't like mentally wrap your brain around somebody being like fucking, I don't know, kill all supers syndrome. We're going with this one. If you can't have syndrome being like Mr. Incredible, when I was 5, you didn't want a sidekick. I'm here to kill your family. Uh, and then in real life, you encounter, hey, Mr. fucking, I don't know, John. When I was 5, you looked at me funny. I'm here to kill you. Just because you looked at me funny. Like a horrible analogy, but like the idea is if you can't understand like the moral, not just moral, but like the mental kind of like hoops that villains like in media go through, you're gonna have no idea how villains in real life go
Hmm.
through this shit. Like, and it goes to the opposite side as well. You can't necessarily define justice if you don't know what injustice is.
Exactly. Like, let me bring up a couple of examples of, like, because like some of the things that are like trying to be censored and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
The dark topics of like sexual assault. We've already said it a few times. I don't care. I'm not gonna censor myself on this. Like
Stop.
we've already talked about, like, like they're trying to censor like mouthwashing because it has themes of sexual assault in it. But if this expands to more than just video games, like what shows contain stuff like that, and it's not obviously painted in like it's painted in a negative light of like, this is bad, this is fucked up. Like one show that I really enjoyed, that has a fucking terrifying villain is Jessica Jones, with Kilgrave as the villain. I believe that's his name. Was it Kilgrave? I believe so.
I've never seen the show.
Where basically he can mind control you just by talking to you. Like there's a scene where like there's a woman that he has used his mind control to take advantage of and do horrible things to, and she gets away from him, and she's at the police station in custody, and Kilgrave shows up and basically hands her a gun, and like she's in the room with her parents, and he literally says, shoot them and then yourself, and there's nothing she can do to stop it. And it's incredibly fucked up. It's incredibly dark. He is one of the most terrifying villains I've seen in most TV shows. And if censorship like this went through, you wouldn't have things like that in media, period. But like the fact is, you're supposed to hate him. You're supposed to detest him. You're supposed to look at anything that he does and go, holy fucking shit. Like, you know, it's not meant to be glorified. It's not meant to be praised. But they're like, but that's what this censorship is. Oh, they're glorifying this. They're doing this. It's like, no, you're dumb. Or like one of the reasons why they went after GTA and Detroit Become Human is, oh, there's violence against women.
I was actually just about to say, I think it's important to also have stories where the protagonist isn't a good person. And GTA is a prime example of a really, actually GTA, but more so actually now I'm thinking about it, Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Is a fucking phenomenal story about criminals at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you're not allowed to have wrong think in your stories, you wouldn't be able to have stories like that at all. Or movies like Shawshank Redemption, where it takes place in a prison because God forbid we fucking show anybody that's ever done anything wrong ever. Like,
yeah.
Like
I don't want to beat a dead horse on like controversial media but like again with like the censorship of like, oh, we don't want to see anything violent towards women, but also having like difficult themes in your game. Again, not to beat a dead horse, but The Last of Us Part 2. Like,
yeah,
it goes into a lot of different places. None of the characters you play as, whether it be Joel, whether it be Ellie, whether it be Abby, none of them at the end of the day are necessarily good people. They're all fucked up and have done fucked up things in their own way. Like, we don't want violence against women in our media. Fucking, like, that would ban Tomb Raider, because fucking Laura, especially the new ones, because Lara Croft goes through so much fucking shit.
The new Tomb Raider games are low-key, like, fucking torture porn. They went way too hard with the amount of fucked up shit that happens.
Yeah, no, there's some of them that I'm like, wow, that's a little much. But at the same time, I don't think it should be censored.
Plane, it gets 27 pieces of rebar launched at her.
Yeah, like it's fucked up, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here going, oh, this needs to be banned.
It's over the top, but yeah, no. Well, that's the thing. It's like, again, I feel like, especially with people that are pushing for things like this, they can't separate reality from fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And so where you and I see Lara Croft falling through a plane and getting 27 pieces of rebar stuck in her, and we're like, holy shit, what a badass chick for surviving that, ripping him out of her like it's like pins and needles and somehow not bleeding out. They look at stuff like that and they're like, oh my god, they're depicting violence against a woman. This is horrible. And then they get all like red in the face and angry about it. But it's like, again,
learn to separate fiction from reality.
Yeah, learn to separate it. And again, that goes with even the weird fucking kink shit that was on Steam. Recognize that there's an audience for it, and it literally harms nobody, unlike actual fucking weird kink shit that is being run by like gangs and criminal organizations and shit like that. Like,
exactly, like a fucking $6 fucking titty game on Steam that has questionable topics, at the end of the day, isn't hurting anyone because it is fake. It is fictional media. There is no real depiction of an actual person. It's a fucking cartoon.
Also, real quickly, this is on the topic of kind of like real versus fake sort of thing. But I love the fact that they're going after Steam and itch for things like incest when like one of the top trending categories yearly on porn sites is like faux cest. Like
Yeah.
the amount of like step sibling, step parent bullshit on those sites, and yet they're going after Steam is tragically fucking ironic for me.
Give me one quick sec here.
It's the end of days.
Okay, sorry, no, just replying to a message real quick. Yeah, no, like it's exhausting, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, there's so much shit going on. Like, here's the thing. Like, we live in Canada, so at the moment there's not really a whole lot that we are able to do aside from just talking about these topics and like spreading the word a bit more
Hell,
and
I
giving our
couldn't even
thoughts.
support Stop Killing Games.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because we don't live in the UK, so we couldn't sign those petitions.
Canada is sorry, this is an aside. Canada is
Well,
great because
actually,
you're outside of every political talk and you're outside of affordable housing.
yeah, like the most that we could do is like join the spam calling Visa and Mastercard is the thing. Like that's
Yeah,
really like the most that we can do.
that is
out
actually
here.
the only thing we can do. Yeah.
But again, if you like, there are bills currently like that are at the early stages of Congress, like just introduced in the states, that would like bring in these restrictions, this ID verification stuff into the states. And again,
Do
that
you
could
want to?
snowball up to Canada. So if you live in the states, call your representatives and tell them you do not want these bills enacted. You do not want these to pass. You do not want this. Spam call Visa, Mastercard. If you're in the UK, I'm not sure what you can really do because there's already been a petition. The government's gone fucking blows, I guess. But fucking call them, spam them, do what you have to do, because this needs to be stopped before it gets any worse than it already has.
I was going to say real quick. The crazy thing about that happening in the fucking states, is that literally for the land of freedom, they're pushing for some very non-freedom policies here.
Yeah.
Considering that's literally the whole shtick of America is look at us being a free country.
To be fair,
God
America's
bless
kind of
America.
fucked right now.
Yeah, but like
That's another.
no more
There's a
freedom.
whole other can of worms we could talk
Head
about
taste.
there. That's with like what's happening directly in the states at this moment. However, I don't know if you want to fucking go down that avenue, down that rabbit hole.
Almost at the hour, probably not tonight.
We got 12 minutes.
That's it's a bit too big of a can of worms for 12 minutes.
Fucking. It's crazy just with the whole fucking hey like oh there's no Epstein files except oh there is, but it was fabricated by the Democrats. Oh, but like that we had them flag Trump's name every time it appeared. Oh, but like again, oh it was a hoax by Obama. Like it's so fucking absurd. Like just how. And remember, we gotta protect the kids, but they elected a fucking. So I have to say alleged pedophile. But like I don't know, I feel like he's all but confirmed that he is in fact in those files because. Why the story changed 4 times? If this was a hoax by the Democrats, why would they not release it to use against him? It's almost like it's
My big funny on this one is it's almost as bad as like thinking back to when everybody was like going after the Disneyland or like Disney World like secret underground tunnels and saying that was like the trafficking ring.
Oh my
And then
fucking God.
they just made like 27 different stories to try to like divert the fucking topic from it, and it just made them look exceptionally like worse. Like,
Yeah, like when you campaign on, no, we're gonna release the Epstein files, and then you get in office and you're like, are we still talking about this guy? Like, yes, we are, motherfucker. Release the files.
wait a minute. Who Epstein? Never heard of him. Who are you talking about?
It is very, very fun watching his fucking cult start to turn on him over this, honestly.
I mean, to be fair, America's always been cult of personality, so yeah, it was bound to happen.
Yeah, I don't. It's shit's fucking wild. But yeah, no, the main. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, as much as I fucking hate Ubisoft, Far Cry 5 kind of had a point.
Yeah. I fuck. Hate that.
They might have been onto something.
God, fucking dude, I can't believe Kojima predicted all this back in fucking what year did MGS2 drop?
Ages ago.
Fucking whatever it was. God. Yeah, no.
Too.
But yeah, no. I think, like, to wrap this up, like
2002.
2002. Yeah, damn. Yeah, fucking misinformation online. What fucking God, I need to actually play Metal Gear.
Sorry,
I
2002 in 2002 in Europe, 2001 in North America.
You know, I know, like, the outlines of the Metal Gear games just from, like, everything, but I've never actually played them, but I'm going to be starting them soon. Yeah, I think to wrap this up, like I said, like, unfortunately we're in Canada, so the only thing that we can particularly do is to, like, call Visa, MasterCard, and, like, voice our concerns. But if you're in the States, call your representatives, tell them you don't want those bills passed. It is KOPA, Kids Online Protection Act, and also the Screen Act that would be causing this kind of censorship in the States. If you're in the UK and Europe, again, I'm not exactly sure what you guys can do over there because your parliament has already looked at the petition and gone, that's too bad. Nah. We don't really feel like it. But like the main
wait a minute, you guys want rights? What? No.
Yeah. You got a license for that? Fucking
I was joking with Shock earlier about that. I was like, "Oh, you got a license for that one?"
For real though. Yeah, no, but the main thing is, like, keep making a fuss about this. Keep making your voices heard. Keep going. Keep pushing. This needs to be fought against, because if not, it is only going to get worse. If you care about artistic freedom, if you care about free speech, if you care about being allowed to have heavy topics in your media, you need to speak out on this. You need to make a fuss about this. You need to
honestly, if you care about actual freedom,
exactly, yeah. You need to be as loud as you can about this. This
literally, don't shut up until, like.
Yeah, no, do not shut up until this stops.
Everybody on the internet, actually, everybody off the internet too, is in relation to the internet here. Everybody needs to be like the most tantrum-having child until they realize that they can't get away with this.
Exactly. Just keep making a stink about it is the thing, because otherwise it will only get worse.
They send you automated message, you send them 10 automated messages back. Just keep fighting the system.
Just keep going, for real. This has been the Haunting Hour. I want to try and make this maybe a monthly show or a bi-monthly show. Some, again, will be recorded. Some might be streamed live. I'll have a different host for each one, maybe 2 people on. But this is a much heavier topic than I wanted the debut of this to be.
Sorry, yeah.
But you know, we've wanted to do a few. We wanted to talk about Silent Hill back when the big revival was happening. We can do one on that soon because there's a lot of Silent Hill stuff coming, but we can do that later. It's not always going to be about real world topics. Some might be about video game stuff. Could be about music. Could be about movies. We could do these on anything. It's just, I don't want to say it's like a podcast because I don't want it to necessarily be a podcast. But I do want to have a chill talking series, you know. And so this has been the first episode of that. So thank you all for watching. Come follow me on Twitch, link down below. Again, some of these might be streamed live. I stream video games several times a week. I just came back from a hiatus. And also go follow Trash, link to his channel on Twitch down below. He might hopefully be coming back to streaming in the near future, assuming things work out.
If my job doesn't murder me more.
For real. But, yeah. Thank you for being here with me today, man. I really do appreciate it. I'm glad we finally got the time for this.
Yeah, no worries.
And once again, thank you so much for watching. Links down below. Come give me a follow on Twitch. Come hang out. And yeah, let me know what you think. And we'll see you all next time. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.
See ya.